Hi, I'm Sue Brown from Hastings, Nebraska, and this is my winter quilt that I made 2 years ago. The embroidery work on the quilt is a crab apple hill called Snow Globes. It was a fun quilt to embroider because it uses lots of metallic threads in the embroidery work, which is sometimes difficult to work with. After I got the embroidery done, I decided to put it together in a snowball effect. So the blocks of the embroidery are snowballs, and then I just placed large blocks the same size beside it. When looking at my quilt, I decided I needed to think about what quilt design I did. I knew I needed to do something in the embroidery blocks because they are 10 inches and I didn't want them just to poof up. I needed them to stay flat with the quilt. So I chose to do in white a large one snowflake, and that is the snowflake in all of the embroidery blocks. Then I decided that I would like to use another snowflake in the blank blocks that would draw people's eyes. That snowflake was done on a long arm machine and it was computerized. It was a snowflake then that I placed in all of the large blocks. After having done that, I looked at the quilt and decided these little triangles just poofed up too much for me. So I went back in and took the time to do small design snowflakes in the corner. They happen to be the very same design that is inside the embroidered block, but just in a smaller scale and done in the gray thread. The border, if you could see it, and this is one of those items that a busy border hides all of your machine quilting that you've done, is again in snowflakes down and around on the outside border. I like using the gray and the silver thread. It's a dark gray thread, it's not silver metallic, to make the snowflake pop. I didn't want to add any more additional colors to the quilt because the embroidered blocks already had a lot of embroidery and a lot of color in them. If you look at my quilts, you'll discover I do not like to do French knots. So wherever there was supposed to be a French knot, it is has a bead on it, so I beaded also. This is probably one of the latest fashions that are going on in the quilt world. Not only is it machine quilted, hand embroidered, but it is also beaded, and we're seeing more and more of that now.